Hello, everyone. I know it's been a couple of weeks, but I didn't go off into the sunset and fall over. Still here, and the man. For those of you who are here right now, that is in the building. We got Carlton Way One, got Ken Seeing Red, Phil Brad, D Rock Den, and Mordecus. Yeah, and I'm going to leave that comment up here for a while because we are the villains of the election cycle. That's why you got Michael Jordan back there laughing because we should be laughing at these people, and we should continue to laugh at these people, uh, even after Tuesday is over. You know, I'm sensing shenanigans, but I'm no conspiracy theorist, so those 4 years are done, and time to look forward to the next 4 years of fighting for your spot, black man. So, uh, yeah. So we this is gonna have to be done in a more efficient, more you know, ruthless, but not harmful to others. But see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. There's gonna be a redefining of certain things, and it's still gonna be disadvantageous to us black men. So we have to put little defenses in place in order to get through those. And from what I've been seeing out of some black men, it not only have they not been working toward any type of progress, we have been retroactive in our progress. We're becoming the for some of us, not all of us. We got to say not all in this situation because I know that certain archetypes do not represent me as a black man. Yeah. So, in other words, like this political season has sucked, but it has revealed a lot about our people. You know what I mean? Like what could have been more polarizing than, the whole when like we had an example of a man who in fact, let me change the background real quick so I can get in the spirit of this one. So everybody thanks for watching. Hit like on your way in. Boom. Yeah. Yeah. This right here was an exercise in futility. So let me yeah, music going. All right. So let's see if I can get my slideshow up too, because gotta talk about Ice Cube for a second. I know he's been spoken about quite frequently. So, some people may get tired of hearing this, but what has to happen is we have to keep these kinds of things in people's head because, our people have a very, very, very short memory. Okay, something's wrong with StreamYard slideshow, so I have no visual aids to share with you guys. So let's see if I can do the workaround. But I just gotta say that, since I've last broadcast, it's just that yeah, I'm becoming even less shocked by our people. And my thing is to always be on the side of my people. It has always been my thing. I may have critical stuff to say about our people sometime, but uh, I mean, it's out of love. Now, yeah, I don't know. I guess everything I say from here on out is still me. It's still Kev, but I mean, I've been affected by this. My psyche has been affected by this. It's it's nothing wrong with actually. It's nothing wrong with actually letting people understand that yes, there might be a vulnerability. It's within me. So I talk about this stuff so people can check it within themselves. There are confident people out there. I'm confident, but I mean, when we have mental discrepancy, we need to identify that and take care of it immediately. And I don't know. to a fault, I believe that is reflected in my resolve for my people. You know, you do it out of love. You see it as safe advice. Some of our people see it as putting us down, and it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, you know, sometimes when I watch these live streams and these podcasts, uh, you know, many of these men, these black men that many of our people say are supposed to be the leaders, do their live streams to serve as warnings as a behavior that we cannot continue, making both black men and black women accountable. But we only care about one side so much. That's all you hear. It gives us the stigma of being a sexist misogynist, as they say, because nobody gives a shit about men, and people display it every day. But you know, are very, very protective of women. So, really, the victimhood at times that they display, oh, this happened to us, that happened to us. I mean, like, I don't see why they say it so much because, I mean, I'm not a victim blamer, but you know, my thing is to teach and to warn everybody about getting themselves into situations that will be harmful to them. You know, in other words, be under a man's protection. And it seems like from the modicum of weak black men, mostly celebrities, that have shown up, not just, and you know, I'm not even so much talking about, uh, I'm not even so much talking about the support for certain presidential candidates. I'm not even talking about that. I'm not even referring to that. What I'm referring to is the attacks on from people who are supposed to be our brethren, saying that they make absolutely no fucking sense because if you are a black man in America and you've been paying attention to the political atmosphere, I mean, you're an adult. You would understand that you look at that black man, and more than likely, he has voted in favor of the Democrats, wherever the Democratic candidate was. You know, Walter Mondale, Michael Dukakis, Bill Clinton, Al Gore, John Kerry, Barack Obama, shoot, Joe Biden, and now Kamala Harris or Kamala Harris. You know, craziest thing. Like I've like while I've been away, I've been pretty much following the political climate because see, here's the thing. I've been trying to avoid it because I know it's BS. It was basically between two white men. It just didn't really make much of a difference to me because one is a racist and the other one is Donald Trump. I'll explain that statement in just a second. Uh, yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm more of a product in the '80s than the '70s because it's like all I remember is if a white man came around and for any reason told you that you wasn't black or you ain't black or anything, you don't give a fuck how old the motherfucker was or how young the motherfucker was or whatever. We didn't care. Oh, you that was it. It was a red flag. We don't need you anymore. Goodbye. Now I see people like Dr. Rashad Ritchie coming around talking about, oh man, it was a joke, man. Don't worry about it. I mean, we're trying to stop the monster on the other side. I mean, damn. I mean, shit. It is. It was almost as if once I started seeing this kind of shit, well, you know, once I started seeing how a lot of these dudes are just wigging out and and just having this praise fest and worship of a political party. A political party that is enough to make us hate each other. Y'all don't understand. It ain't the Republican Party dividing us, it's the Democratic Party. They're trying to save democracy, but they're trying to censor you. Why don't people see this? Why do y'all think that? Why do y'all believe that a political party, and I'm not saying all of you, because there's a lot of people in this space that got sense. And one of those people is Indigo Flow. What's good? A lot of people got sense. And honestly, I don't care who you vote for. I don't care if you vote for Kamala because you in a very dumb way feel like she's a black woman. I don't care if you vote for Donald Trump. I don't. I mean, shit. But if we can't be watching the same stuff. I mean, shit. We can't be. And Mordecus, what's good? Rashad Richie's bought and paid for. He could have had a great career away from the Sands tan, but he have to want that for himself. Man, bruh. Said it was a joke. I mean, he's got all of Rashad Richie, Ben Crump, D.L. Hughley, Van Jones, Bakari Sellers. Bakari Sellers is crying on TV and the internet. I don't know if y'all know who Bakari Sellers is. I'm sure some of you do, but it's like just like Van Jones. Like I said on my Van Jones short, nobody wants to grow up to be like these guys. Nobody. What little black boy? I mean, just playing basketball and eating dinner with his mama and his father, and tells his dad, "Hey, daddy, I know you're a great guy and all, but I want to grow up to be like Bakari Sellers. That brother's clean cut. That man is crying for these hoes." This dude was crying in front of everybody and paying homage to Kamala Harris and the DNC. Wow. Asking black men to support and protect black women. Like, that's not already going on. Let me tell y'all something. That's something that black men do not have to work on, period. Protecting black women. I told a person straight up, look, slap a black woman in the middle of a black Walmart in the West Side and see if you get out alive. So nobody with a brain would try that shit. If you know what I'm talking about. So this protect black women thing, or this thing that this twerking bitch Megan Thee Stallion's trying to virtue signal. By the way, she's admitted to lying about Tory Lane. But we're not going to spend time on that. Like, who cares? If you get yourself into a situation where you're just fucked, you're just fucked. I can't do anything about it. I can't tell you about it. I can talk about it. But it's just one big disingenuous virtue signal. Black women are protected. And not voting for Kamala Harris doesn't mean that you don't want to protect black women. They're trying to make something that is our issue, that is their issue, clearly our issue. How do you run a presidential campaign on abortion? How? Why are you not like? And most people who are, I mean, even the uninformed, low information voter, as everybody likes to say, knows that the two biggest problems that are facing our economy right now, the two biggest problems, the two issues the two issues everybody care about is the economy. Most aren't happy with the economy and the immigration issue. How people keep pouring into this country and getting free shit. Yeah, remember like Bernie Sanders and how he was saying that America can do this for Americans and America can do that for Americans. We're the richest country in the world. We got half the wealth. Remember all of that? And everybody was talking about Bernie Sanders is trying to give people free stuff. Free stuff. Now there's a bunch of people coming into this country getting free stuff. Why would we not rather Americans get that shit? So they came up with something called the America First rhetoric. It's like, why aren't we doing for over here? Why are you doing for over there? And they're trying to say that there's somewhat of an irresponsible way of thinking. Oh, we're not like that. We're America. We gotta give displaced people rather asylum. So back to Ice Cube. He comes up with this plan for Black America. Black America. Black America, which includes black men, black women, and black children. And here we are telling black men that we need to lead, and we need to do something about the dilapidated state of the community. We need to we're the ones that need to do something about it. So there's a black man that uses his money, that's married to a black woman, because if you're married to a white woman, your money's gonna end up in another community. We're financial experts. When it comes to black men and who they're married to, and when they become rich, like a actor, entrepreneur, Ice Cube, or basketball or football athlete, or somebody like that. You got to be married to a black woman in order for the money to end up in a community. We own less than 0.5% of as black people. We've heard Dr. Umar make that talking point, but it's true. We own half of 1% of the wealth in this country, even with all the millionaires. So one of these millionaires, Ice Cube, decided to come up with a plan for Black America. Oh, I get to them Avengers in a second. What's up, Detroit 313? What's good? I'll get to them in a second if I can remember that. I'll leave that comment up there. What's good, bro? He comes up with a plan for Black America. So he went and talked to the Republican administration, the party, the then Trump administration, and the Democratic Party told him to wait till after the election. And I guess since he was a rapper, and since he's one of those melanated men that everybody seems to love so much in America, and I'm really talking about our community. I don't give a fuck about what other community. See, that's one thing you have to understand about me. I truly don't give a fuck about what other communities, especially white people, think about us, even if it's complimentary. Thank you for the compliment, but okay. I'm pro-black in the angry way. But it's mixed in with common sense. I know that our people go for people who ain't for us. And that's the saddest part. And Ice Cube at the time seemed like he was for us. Whatever your opinion is about Ice Cube right now, I respect it. But at least he tried. At least he tried. But no, everybody want to do this riding with Biden. And then people started crying. He talked to Trump. Oh. His logic was, we got to talk to the incoming administration, whether it's Trump or Biden. But no, niggas and black people together with they crying asses. Like, for real. For real. If you're a black man, you should be to that point. I'm not saying do it. I'm not saying go ahead and be angry, man. Be as frustrated, because some of us got health problems, so some of us need to calm that shit down. But for those of you who are in position to do so, the best way to get through life is not caring about others' thoughts unless they are people you care about, and that's to an extent as well. Because sometimes those people be on some bullshit. But I will never tell you to turn against anyone you care about. Like I said, I don't care who you vote for this Tuesday. It's gotten to that point with me. It's like, if you're willing to end friendships, if you're willing to end loving relationships with family members over a bunch of people that don't give a damn about you, then my thoughts have all like I start second guessing myself. What am I talking to people? Who am I talking to? I mean, obviously, the guys in the chat, but it's like, wow, have we departed from us that much? Destiny Blue Hair got roasted by Republicans about 14 times because they debunked his statements and his narratives about Kamala running for president. Yeah. Man, look, that's not hard. That's not tough at all. I mean, why is she trying to act like she's moving about covert and secretly? I mean, every speech, every interview, except for the debate, because, she's highly trained in the ways of the celebrity, so she knows a lot of shit. So I would never call somebody like Kamala Harris dumb. If y'all guys think she's dumb, you're not truly seeing what, people like me are seeing. There's very nasty work at play here. So I need for us to be careful. I'm not saying, for all of you, lunkheads. Oh, well, what about Trump? But Trump. I explained that in a short too. It's like, stop. Just fucking stop. You can't. It's she has two types of answers for all of her questions. It's long-winded explanation about her, or mentioning Donald Trump, which I believe that these people fully have their eyes on social media and seeing people's thoughts and sentiments, because social media is real people. Mainstream media is them. And they see all the complaints about Trump. Every time you bring up a discrepancy about the Democratic Party, there's somebody around, but Trump. What about Trump? He's a rapist. He sexual assault people. SA. Oh, that fucked up. Hey, disclaimer, if you've been through anything like that, I'm sorry that happened to you. Okay? I'm sorry it happened to you. I'm not taking this for a joke. It's just that this is very serious stuff. So disclaimer to everyone. Yeah. But I know when, our people especially, when we don't like someone, we'll say anything about them. Anything. And that's not in defense of Donald Trump. At the end of the day, Donald Trump is a white man. He is. But understand this also. We had a white man say, if you can't decide between me and the other guy, you ain't black. And all you weak niggas out there, and there's a bunch of you, and that's male and female, you accepted that. So all the fake outrage about black jobs and all that shit, just fucking cut it out. Who cares? Stop being sensitive. Like y'all be telling black men all the time, stop being sensitive. Marcus Romero Productions. What's good? Art New Style TV. What's good? She's not that bright, but she isn't done. Yeah, that light bulb is dim as fuck. That light bulb is dim as fuck. I mean, seriously. I mean, listening to her talk, it's just like, damn. It's like she's at. I mean, and then here's where the little stupid sexism, misogyny thing is gonna come in. It's like she probably do a best job with a dick in her face. Okay, just point that out. But she's probably about to be president of the United States of America. Probably, more than likely, because if she wins at all, it's because Donald Trump, by the media, has become the biggest monster on the planet. For real, this guy might as well be the biggest monster on the planet. They act like he got nuclear bombs aimed at the world. And oh, this man said, well, if John Deere moves to Mexico, I would charge a 200% tariff. It's like, what's wrong with wanting to keep jobs in America? But you know what I'm saying? You don't have to agree with anything that everyone says or everyone does. I mean, shit, all I'm saying is, People have complained about jobs that moved to Mexico that literally destroyed the communities, took the economy out of the communities, and you're mad just because it's Trump. Let me tell y'all something. And maybe Rob, I mean, I don't want to put this on Black Light Revelations too, but hey, when my Facebook group was at its peak, man, they said all kinds of shit about their Facebook group. I mean, all kinds. I will, yeah, we SA kids, we condone grape. We want to kill B dubs. I mean, all of it. All of it. It was crazy because people said stuff that and believed stuff that they had absolutely no evidence of. And not saying, like I said, again, somebody gonna say I'm defending Donald Trump out there. I don't give a fuck anymore. Shit, you can't explain anything to stupid ass people. But the point I'm trying to make is, if you don't like somebody, you believe anything about them. Anything. I don't care if it ain't true. Completely false, whatever. I believe Kev abuses his wife. You know, I've heard that before too. How do you believe something like that? It's like, for real. People say anything about the people they do not like. I mean, you've seen it in this space. I'm not going back through any of that because most of you guys were there on those streams with no evidence, none whatsoever. Didn't need evidence. You just don't like the person, say fuck them. Shit. Let's commence with the slander. So I approach things very carefully when there's a serious accusation. I don't have to believe a person when they, first say stuff like, it's like the knee-jerk reaction to learning that Ice Cube talked to the Republican Party and not the Democrats, which he tried to. He went to a Zoom call with rappers. Some of these rappers you're probably seeing today wagging the finger at black men. You black men, you don't know what you're doing. You better go vote for this woman. She's a black woman. Hey man, look, there are black women in my family. She ain't it. And there are black women in my family that believe that she is it. So you can only imagine that. I said Kamala Harris in front of one of them. It's Kamala. And then I wondered where that came from. It's like, why are you so fucking adamant about it? And then I look at a news clip with Michael Eric Dyson. Michael Eric Dyson. Who knows who Michael Eric Dyson is? Screaming at a white woman for saying Kamala. Screaming at her. You're deliberately trying to mispronounce it. That is racist. God damn it. What are you doing? Like, I mean, for real. He put his gut into that shit. Is what you guys like to call a crash out. Because if Trump wins, the crash outs are going to be hilarious. And I mean, I know it's a selfish one of mine. I mean, for real, man. the Litchbit community, oh boy. I didn't know how funny crash out videos were, but I went down that political rabbit hole of crash out videos, dude. It's like, I don't know who's crazier now. The Democratic shills or those diehard Republicans. The gun-toting ones. God and guns, those Republicans. The ones like Hulk Hogan. Did you hear the stream I did 2 days ago about the text messages I was getting from my moms about voting blue no matter who? I've been very busy as of late. I mean, I've listened to political stuff, but I'd have a point to make about that. I'm glad you brought that up. I didn't catch the stream, my brother, but I'll go back and check it out. To vote blue no matter who. People, it's like this. It's funny because people will say that the other side is a cult. Trump supporters are a cult. You can't tell them nothing. Oh my God, But then they'll turn around and say vote blue no matter who, which is not sheepish at all. I mean, when my mom was living, I said that, Yeah, she died like a few months after the 2020 election. I said something about Biden, and she texted me talking about, oh, I heard from your cousin Katrina, that you wasn't trying to vote like this year. You know, people have died for your vote. I said, Mom, I didn't say that. I just said I wasn't voting for Biden. Like I'm still voting. Dude. No, don't get. I mean, I ain't disrespect or anything, but I'm just saying it's like we need to start being responsible for our own community. It's like relying on politicians that really don't care about you, that negate your blackness in front of you. I can't do that anymore. So yeah, I get they take this shit very, 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 very seriously. But yeah, I'm gonna check your stream out. Uh, so shout out to New, forever blessed. What's good? Now, oh God, now this impact. Oh shit. I follow that page, and that's not where I got that Trump cult thing from. It do I mainly dwell in black spaces, and it's like it's detrimental to your thought process. I got to tell you. I mean, all the Kevin Samuels groups, the even my group to an extent. I mean, my group ain't hidden like it used to in its prime, but it's there as a symbol. I mean, and it picks up, especially during political season. Like we got people, and sometimes I think these are bot profiles that hang out on places like Now This Impact, probably work for Now This Impact. They spam the group with posts being like, not so much. They're pro Democrat posts, but they're not so much pro Democrat as they are anti Trump. They know that their side is so bad. They constantly try to get you to see how bad the other side is, how bad it is to be, a supporter of Trump. You know, like Joe Biden calling Trump supporters garbage. Like if you didn't know, because see, yeah, freeze on Lou. I've been telling folks a week that regardless who wins the election, they will be all right. And a lot of people are looking at me like they don't know what I'm talking about. Typical sheep activity. Yeah, man. Project 2025 is real. I said, man, stop. We gonna be back in slavery with tomorrow. Project 2020. Come on, man. Calm down. um. Meanwhile, Black Conservatives channel debunked every time, like Anton Daniels. Man, look, we're pretty loose with that word too. Debunk. But I mean, for real, I grew up with the mentality and the teaching that the Democrats are the good guys, and they all care about black people and all this other stuff. And how the mentality is, if you are black, you must vote Democrat. It is a vote blue no matter who mentality. If anything creates a unimind like a cult, that is definitely, for me, it's definitely the Democratic Party. So I'm just like, look, let me just look at the candidates first. Let me look at the candidates, and let me see who's the one that is actually within my best interest. We go back 50 years. Well, I'm 49, so we'll see. We probably need to go back a little bit. Go back to the time before everyone became stupid. Be fine with me. I have these niggers vote Democrat for the next 200 years. And they tried to debunk that too. Or like, you don't know what's what these days. I hate this election season because of this, Kev. The theatrics are always kicking the high gear. Yeah. And then when the dust settles, except for they are trying to find new and improved ways to censor you. The if I could put a little fear in you for a second, like adpocalypse, where a lot of black men channels were destroyed. Yeah, it might be something like that again. But this time they got the tool, the AI tool that picks up on your voice. But what the fuck does that even matter? I heard your girl's back up. OCG. There you go, Yojo. All the while, Reagan and his idiot pal put crack in the black and brown communities. Okay, let me read that again. So y'all know that nigga Kev illiterate as fuck. All the while, Reagan and his idiot pals put crack in the black and brown communities. And guess who wrote the laws to incarcerate people? I mean, and I'm saying that because I know you are a staunch supporter of the Democratic Party, and you are looking forward to a Harris-Tim Walz win. And by the way, do I know what illiterate is? That means you can't read. If it's something else, then I'll just be a dumb motherfucker for 5 seconds. I really don't fucking care, man. Like, actually, Congress wrote the laws. Dems and cons supported it, and Joe Biden was right in front, dude. Damn. It's like, come on, man. If you got a problem, decide between me and Trump. You ain't black. Charlamagne the God, smooth face ass, still was sitting right there. That doesn't bother me. Black folks wanted it. Yeah, they did. But it doesn't make the deed any better. Would it be a safe bet to say fuck them black folks? Y'all niggas was scared. Oh my God. Fear works on us, bro. Fear works on black folks, man. I'm sorry. I was watching it live on C-SPAN in '94. Yeah, the super predator comment. We're super predators. Crack is done. I mean, because it just people don't understand. Like, the reason why certain narratives put out there, even as jokes, is to, stoke your fears. Like, crackheads can run real fast, something like that. Which, by the way, is kind of true, but. Fear works on non-affluent cons. Fear borders, fear of others. Yeah. Black folks did want it, but it wasn't like. And let me tell you what else black folks did. Black folks thought that the Central Park Five was guilty. Now they're using that as a virtue signal against Donald Trump. Fear. I mean, we act like some of us ain't supposed to have memories, but you gotta remember, some of us were alive during those times, and I distinctly remember that. How the news media played it, how the people in my family, and how some people that were outside my family were talking about it as if those guys were guilty. They think the Central Park Five are innocent today just to have a reason to be against Donald Trump. Because Donald Trump rolled with the black folks. Yeah, they're guilty. Fear works on us. Well, yeah, it does. We fear, like, and I'm not even saying it's this little thing that people like to call post-traumatic slave syndrome or whatever, like is encoded in our DNA. Some of us are we're just prone to it. And I mean, and then each day you spend alive, you worry about it. Cons crying about spiking crimes when FBI shows it went down. Okay. Well, we do have to understand that many conservatives are racist. I mean, many of them are, but I mean, because of the recent political climate, no matter how you look at it, those numbers are dwindling. Niggas stay switching up. Yeah, they go with the flow wherever convenient. Niggas, like, we have a problem with listening to what the TV says. Like, if you put $1 million behind it, then it must be true. We like shiny things. We do. We like shiny things. We like things that got money behind it. We love money. And guess who else we used to love? Donald J. Trump. Speaking of the switching up, free zone Lou. That's like the biggest switch up in American history. Oh God, that is the biggest switch up in American history. Donald Trump was a cultural icon. And all of the essay stuff, if he did it, I bet you he's one of the least worst in Hollywood. I mean, I'm talking about Hollywood culture, political culture, all that shit. Hey, that's probably cap, but okay. How old are you? 19, 18? What was good? I mean, I don't mean to, put you out there like that, but I mean, the dude was at Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. Nobody said a damn thing. Oh man, what is Trump doing there? He's around the little kid Macaulay Culkin. Oh, you're 60 years old. Oh, okay. Black people didn't make Home Alone, but black people loved Home Alone. That wet bandage joke is funny to this day. And the kid was named Kevin. Hey, that's my name. Shit. I was thinking as a child right that time. I did a moronic movie. Oh, you just an old straight arrow, ain't you? Man, I bet you used to have girls tell you to lighten up. And I don't mean that in any kind of way. I'm not trying to call you anything. I know you're probably married. You probably got grandkids by now. I mean, you say Yo Joe, which means you watch G.I. Joe. So you've been on some cool shit. Black losers are the ones playing victims. That's why they can never rise above 6. No grandkids started late. Well, that's probably gonna be my case as well. I started late too. Yeah, we just had my daughter's birthday. Yeah, I mean, whew. That's an event for me. I like my daughter's birthday better than I like my own. That's just the love I have for her. So I mean, I smoked the perfect brisket yesterday, and I didn't even use a grill. I mean, yeah, I used a grill. Not I'm in a smoker. I didn't even use a smoker. I used a grill as a smoker. I didn't have a deflection plate or anything. I positioned the charcoal just right, and I put the brisket on the other side, away from the heat itself. So just make the smoke circulate and cook the meat. Man, I'm talking about like them. I should have took a picture of it. Man, you talking about like if you look up a video of a Texas brisket and how black is on the outside with the bark, that is exactly how my brisket was. It was tender, it was juicy. Man, I'm still like it's a memory for me, man. It is that shit, bruh. I need to open a restaurant. Like seriously, I was so impressed with me. Well, let me stop. I was talking about something else. Uh, oh man, wow. Why didn't I take a picture of it? I was tired as fuck though. Oh yeah, thank you, man. She thanks you. Yeah. Meanwhile, it's all caught on tape. Fuck Kamala Harris. Period. Yeah. Yeah, bruh. If people open their eyes, bruh, oh God. Oh my God, if she wins. But I mean, it'll be okay because it will be an annoyance times 50. It'll just be an annoyance. It will just be an annoyance, but it'll be a big annoyance, and it'll be more because let me tell you something. I mean, the genders are divided anyway, but the Democrats stoke that shit so fucking much. They stirred that pot so much, man. Bro, like The second Barack Obama said, "Y'all just not feeling that woman as president," all them celebrities start the black male celebrities, by the way. And what disappoints me about the black men celebrities was, um, you're a black man, and I know that that's kind of like, okay, Kev, that's just a futile thing to say because black men aren't that tight. And what I would say to you is that's my point exactly. That's my point exactly. You got black men coming out in support, and not one person said, "Hey, you know what? Black men are on the Democratic Party side." People are gonna get their panties in a bunch no matter who wins. Yes, I agree with him. I'm not feeling that woman. Yeah, that woman in particular. Yeah, we're not feeling that woman. That was the next point I was getting to. But I mean, it's like I wish I could tell you the number of women I've talked to, and I know that sounds a little funny, but trust me, it isn't. We're in spaces like this. Yeah, please take into account social media, but it was a couple that in person. I have to go to the store sometimes. They said like one of them said they weren't voting for Kamala. Fuck her. Because speaking of the economy, people are mad about the prices of the groceries skyrocketing. That's one of the major talking points of the economy issue. People tired of paying top dollar for groceries. People tired of that shit. And I always use this example: oxtails. Oxtails is tripled in price when you see them in the store. It's like you have to pay $30 for like 2 oxtails. People are tired of it. The other woman told me, look, I may be a little old fashioned, but I don't believe women should be in power. This was a woman saying this. And I'm not using this to shame the women that, oh my God, that's what she said, y'all. Listen to her. A woman shouldn't lead, like shit. But she said that shit. She said that shit with conviction. Shoot. Some of y'all, some of them are tired of some of y'all. For real. And that's the monster they created. It's so funny. It's still the lack of accountability there. See, that's why I told y'all these old women like here that be saying all that what y'all like to call pick me stuff. Be careful with them too. They are the products and they create the products that do this. But at least she admitted it. Meat high prices. Grocery prices and store suppliers gouging. Isn't that free market, folks? For the right want it. I mean, yeah, but still, you're gonna still have the issue of immigration. My prices are skyrocketing, and y'all giving all these immigrants free money, or migrants, as they want us to call them. So, explain the prices going up. Why are you doing that shit right there? While you're sitting over there, funding wars, basically. You got all this money for this and that, but what do you have for the American people? You ain't got shit. You're subtracted from it. This is what people are thinking. This is the general consensus. It's not. I mean, you have your viewpoint. I have mine. But the people. Republicans are the farm owners and construction companies. They love cheap labor, and they say Bill Gates is buying up a lot of farmland. You know who he endorsed? Kamala Harris. Migrants is like saying BBW. Yep. Political correctness. But before I get too far off the reservation, man, I want to talk about this Black Men Summit on BET that I saw. I mean, I've seen some streams on it. In fact, is it like, yeah, he's a minority, one vote. Oh, you got, well, yo, Joe, you just coming with them all day, huh? I mean, shoot, I like running into people who have an answer for everything. I mean, I'm good with that. I like that kind of shit. Better yet, ask Barack Obama how he signed the blue alert law to protect police officers and defunded them at the same time. Yeah, people forget stuff like that, man. Yeah, like I said, I don't mind. I just sat up there and said I don't mind. I'm just hoping you understand. If you don't, oh well. But let's go back to this. How you signed the blue alert law? Yeah, he did. But nobody wants to talk about that. Oh, they definitely don't want to talk about Donald Trump's First Step Act. they definitely don't want to talk about that. Man, Barack Obama, for real, man. It's like people will ignore what he's actually done and what he's actually said because he's providing all of us with family pictures with the 3 black women in his life. And but he turned around and he says, "You're just not feeling that woman." To suggest that there is sexism and misogyny. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and just start acting like a sexist misogynist. Get back in the kitchen. I'm just gonna be that. Might as well. Shit, there's no way out of that shit. And to think, man, like I voted out of the 28 years of my voter eligibility, I voted 26 times Democrat. Not 26 times. That would make it. I make it every year. You're talking about every 4 years. So 7 times. Out of 7 times, I would say 5 of those were Democrat. Five of those were Democrat. And 1 was independent. I didn't vote for either one of them last time. I wrote in Bernie Sanders. And then there will be Tuesday. So look, y'all can look. Y'all can go from bad to worse all y'all want. Obama is a top 10 president. He had to produce something. Where is the rump? Oh God, that again. I never got that the rump shit. Like I think it's like, even if you hate Trump, that is the most corny, unfunny shit that it can be said about that. And I've seen quite a few people do that. I don't know what that even means. That DRUMPF. Dump truck. What? Been independent since 93. Yeah, I was drinking the Kool-Aid. I was clearly drinking the Kool-Aid. Cause that's what I was told. Oh, that's how I was taught by my parents. Vote blue no matter who. Vote for the Democrat. Vote down ballot Democrat. They serve our interests. What did you get from Barack Obama more than a feeling? I voted for him twice. For him to come out and say that black men are the problem, that was appalling. I ain't like I'm one of these guys. Oh, I'm so offended. I am so offended. But that was appalling, man. You don't come to a majority. The vast majority of black men still support the Democratic Party, still will vote blue no matter who, will still vote Democrat. Oh yeah, there it is. I don't need nothing. I just want to feel good, man. Like, are you Jim Clyburn? Everybody wants something for their vote, man. You don't vote, man. What did people die for then? Y'all, I mean, niggas always like, oh man, said they died for your vote. We just died just to be there. I mean, they died just to be there. That doesn't make any sense. I want something for my vote on behalf of those guys. What are you talking about? But I know I'm not going to get anything. I don't have my hand out. Okay, I voted from such and such because that's just the way the climate is. It's symbolic. I don't get the symbolism anymore. Stop coming to me talking about, oh man, you black. We going to do this. It'll feel good. Fuck you. Why am I putting you in power for nothing? You can feel how you feel. How you feel about it is one thing. The reality is the other. People have gone far and overboard for this election. The genders are divided for real now. I mean, shit, I didn't think it could get more divided. But hey, boy, was I wrong. Like, shit. The best way to carry about right now is to worry about your life and your life alone. And I'm not saying don't care about anybody else, but make sure that you're in the best spot possible, because whatever happens, you got to be prepared for it. And people think this dumbass symbolism is going to just get us through. Oh, I feel good about looking at Barack Obama. I really hate those people that say that all Barack Obama had to do was get elected, because they always find their way into doing shit for other people, other groups. Just money, 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 money. Yeah. Investing in other groups of people. Shit. Ted DiBiase is a fucking Democrat. Like, LOL, this shit show everyone's true colors. What up, brother? I'd rather watch syndicated episodes of Martin than worry about this election. Yeah, watch BET. Speaking of BET, the BET Black Men Summit hosted by DL Hughley. And I'm going to go ahead and say this, guys. Open your ears for this one. It was one of the biggest cuck fest I've ever seen in my entire life, and I was thoroughly disappointed. Any black man about to give up on black men will watch that and will immediately give up. It is that serious. For real. And to tell you the truth, I've been done with DL Hughley since 2001. And it's because of his comedy. He was funny as shit to me. I ain't gonna lie. I like seeing DL Hughley comedy specials. But when he did the same routine on the Kings of Comedy movie, he didn't come up with anything special or anything new. I was like, this nigga ain't shit. Fuck him. And I know that's a stupid thing to stop liking somebody over. But hey, you know, as time went on, that mentality aged pretty well. It did. Bruh, is this nigga serious? And every dude that appeared on that shit, were they serious? Nobody with a pushback of an opinion. Like somebody like a Dr. Tia Son Johnson would have been perfect for that, because he'd have broke all that shit up. You know, the guys like the Amazing Lucas would have joined in. Shoot, in fact, if Amazing Lucas would have joined that shit, it would have been gay porn level shit. It was that bad. It was that bad. Doesn't matter to me. I made more money under Trump than made more money under Biden. I'm in support of keep more of my money. Yeah. Black Men Summit was a bunch of BS. Ooh. It was offensive. I'll say that. Because it wasn't a Black Men Summit. It was a pep rally. It was a pep rally for Kamala Harris. It was a virtue signal. We gotta, like I said, that shit I was saying earlier. Oh man, we gotta protect black women. Well, I forgot who said it. One of the guys said it, that our biological imperative is to protect the black woman. Our biological imperative is to procreate. That's the only biological imperative that we have. At its barest of its bones. Protection, yes, sure. You're going to protect the people you care about automatically. And that procreate thing, not everybody wants to procreate. So I do understand that exists. But protect who? Yeah, you got to look at the people you're protecting. And like I said, they get protected. So that's something that you shouldn't have to put any emphasis on. Voting for a president ain't gonna make that better or worse. In other words, these niggas dumb as fuck. DL Hugh, Michael Ealy. What? Why? How is Trump more qualified to be president than Kamala Harris? And I was like, nigga, for starters, he's already been president. President is on his resume. This is why I don't like guys like that. They talk to people like they're fucking stupid. Like, especially black men. We have to look pretty dumb as black men in order to justify the way they were directing stuff at black men. I was like, God, really? Maybe I should stop doing these streams or something and just walk away from this shit. This is so disappointing. Like, this is the direction black men are going in. Oh yeah, Applause. Applause, they got, the busted baby nigga, him, Kurt Franklin brother. They family all screwed up too. But that's most of the celebrity hood. Applause might as well have been on that show. By y'all questioning a black woman. And that was what Applause said. Plies or whatever his name is. It looks like Plies. Or Pliers. He probably would have named himself Pliers because he grabs and twists stuff, shit like that. Questioning a black woman. My thing is I question whoever the fuck I want to question. I question y'all in that damn chat if I want to. Not nothing hostile or anything, but at the bare bones, question. Yeah. Like, but it's like, damn, fuck is this nigga on? But back to the Black Men Summit, it wasn't a Black Men Summit. It wasn't tackling any issues facing black men. It should have been called something else. It should have been called "Let's all vote for Kamala Harris," and you're sexist and misogynist if you don't. Yeah, there's a misogyny problem in the black community. A big misogyny problem, according to these guys. We can't avoid that there's misogyny in the black community. What are the black men issues on the political agenda? All I'm hearing is reparations and abortion. There's got to be more. All I'm hearing is reparations and abortion. Yeah, I mean, you're hearing abortion in the Democratic Party. That's what Harris is running on. She's running on abortion. Abortion is something else. Like, is it? But abortion has been at the top of it. Oh, abortion and beating Donald Trump. That's what Harris is running on. What is the black men's political agenda? Well, I would probably have to guess better education and better resources for black boys, because we have such a fatherlessness problem that there would be programs that would need to be put in place to make sure that at least that section of the black community can be rehabbed so they can be productive members of society, because otherwise it seems like they're just a fucking mess. Shoot, but that would contradict itself based on what a lot of these folks talk about. I'm not responsible for the child of a single mother or something like that. Something like that would contradict anything that would be preached by anybody, at least within this space. Also, I guess equal opportunity for black men, but that would also be like begging and going to ask the people that we don't like to do something for us. Because the one thing that I do understand is that the mentality has to be fixed. The mentality has to be fixed. We have a plague of a bullshit mentality going around in our people, and it causes a lack of proactivity. And one thing, the black male political agenda, since we know that no one is coming to, we should already know that no one is coming to, and I know this is a really a choice of a word that is less than a man, because the words I wanted to say were kind of strong. But it's like a lower than a man. We can't expect anyone at this point in time to come rescue us. Rescue. That was the word I was talking about. Why would we need to be rescued at this point? That's the problem with the people who read into the politics too much. The people like D.L. Hughley. You know what I'm saying? That comes out and shames black men. There should be a movement of black men telling these black men to kiss our fucking asses. Kiss my ass, bitch. Like, I don't care about what you're saying about how we don't protect black women, or if we don't vote for Kamala, then we're sexist misogynists. Nigga, fuck you. I am a sexist misogynist. Then I would say that the solution is not to go to the one extreme, not saying anything else, to go to the other extreme and telling these niggas fuck you. These dudes sounded like broads. That's what y'all want to sound like? You want to sound like a broad? Yo, Joe, Kamala has competition with the Green Party. That's where Jill Stein had something to say about Kamala and DNC talking points. Yeah, there's Jill Stein. Jill Stein will probably never win. But she's out there. At least she can get some information out there. Like, she claims that reparations has already been calculated. And it's too much to pay, really. It really is too much to pay. When I heard that number's like 1.6 trillion or something like that. Imagine on a certain section of people that much money. Imagine if that section of people actually took it seriously. Which they won't. It is a hefty fucking number. They'll never be able to pay that. Where would they get the money to send to other countries and other groups of people? Damn. That's like a big portion of the world's wealth right there. Imagine giving that much money to black people in America. Then American corporations would become the richest on the fucking planet. Because all we would do is spend the money and give it back to them. Oh man, I always wanted this diamond necklace to give to my wife and my girlfriend. I always wanted to do that. Like, you'll have more people intent on doing that shit instead of just saying like, hey, let's buy the diamond mines. You know? Let's buy Sony. Shit. Let's buy Walmart. Like, just all the Walmarts, just buy them. You know? We'd rather give them the money than to think like that. More of an enterprise mindset. You don't believe in your people, Kev? Like, not after this. They got the money. Yeah. Yeah, of course they do. Bernie Sanders gave that away. We are never getting reparations. It is a waste of energy to ask for. Don't have kids you can't take care of. That is your reparation. So you are like Jim Clyburn. I don't want nothing for my vote. I just want to feel good. You might as well vote for the people you don't like. If you're not going to get anything for it, man, what does it matter who wins? You want to feel good? You want it written in the history books? Seriously. That's like half the total amount of US that's in circulation. It's not feasible at this point. It isn't. It really isn't. They'll never be able to pay it. And that's their own fault. Well, that's a statement James Clyburn made on national television. On national television. I don't want anything for my vote. I just want to feel good. I think he said it on Fox News. Because, you know, that was when Joe Biden was declared the winner. And then black folks started saying stuff. Oh, well, you know, what about us? I remember that Zoom call where he scoffed at black folks. It was some black preachers. You know, the same black preachers that went to Trump. No, I don't know. I don't think so. They were different black preachers. I can't really say that to verify or confirm that. But yeah, it was some black people on a Zoom call. It's like, I didn't even want to run for president. but we had to stop the racist son of a gun from getting it. I don't know if y'all remember that. You know, we have a very short memory. Like, you know, people didn't remember Barack Obama signing that blue alert law, because I remember when he did it. I had to be reminded though. Biden got on a Zoom call and said, "Stop asking me for shit, black people." I mean, he didn't say stop asking me for shit, black people, but you know, it had to be what he was thinking, because he scoffed at those folks. And in the comment section where black people talk about some right on, Joe, people bugging him already. Shortly after that, he signed the Stop Asian Hate bill and the bill for boys to play girls in sports. And that has been a fight ever since. So we got Revelator, the spirit of variant. This country should never have a female president. If that makes me a misogynist, then I wear that badge of honor. Right on. Yeah, so that space is misogynistic. Oh my God. Hey, let me show y'all some misogyny real quick. Hold on one second. Yeah, thanks for the super chat. You know, I kind of been waiting on a super chat like that because I wanted to show this video. Now, you know, the disclaimer, I am a married man, but not everybody that watches me is married. So here we go. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? So, all right, here we go. Okay, so what subject y'all think she teaches? Did y'all even see the question? All right, but you know, this is how I'm gonna thank people for super chats from now on. I know it's kind of cheap, but you know, and like I said, I'm married, so that doesn't look right. So, but fuck y'all anyway. I'm gonna do it. Shoot, I got eyes. You ain't never lied. Shoot. So I'd rather have Tommy as president than Kamala. God, he said you'd rather have. Yo, Joe, I think that his best choice in Harris Trump would chump down 10 trillion national debt. Wow. How do you owe that much money? You raise the debt faster and higher than any other president in one term. When you cut taxes, you cut income. When you spend money and cut income, your debt increases. I had a Kamala supporter tell me that very thing the other day. It'll make me feel good. I want to show my family that I'm against hate. I'm against hate. Oh my God. Is that serious? Trump will make the economy a bit more complicated because the national debt that Biden has left 35.6 trillion and 7 million employees were laid off in the past 3 years. Wow, that's true? God damn. Biden left 35 trillion. God. Man, it's like what if that system crashes? That when you, like, I don't know, I'm thinking about the most terrifying scenario right now. What if that system crashes because of that debt? Because, you know, they switching to this thing called BRICS now. So, I mean, whew. Anybody know about BRICS? I mean, but you gotta, Joe, you gotta resonate with the people. And on countless videos, you see whatever that is, supporters say, I'm voting for him because he says what I can't. Moronic reason. Why is that in response to freeze on lose comment right here? Because I don't think freeze on Lou really cares that much. Like, for a guy to come out of the woodworks with a oh, but Trump comments. I like to call it what about Trump comments, but Trump. It's basically what about isms with Donald Trump. Because every time you have a like I think I said this earlier, every time you have a discrepancy with the Democratic Party, uh somebody brings up Donald Trump, and it is a silly ass straw man argument at this point. I mean, we have had an issue exposed with our people that for me must be fixed, but probably won't get fixed. So people would probably try to call that hopium. What I'm really saying is that I've kind of given up, but I just maybe in a way I'm still hanging on. So, shoot. Boy. So anyways, y'all, yeah, you know what I've been doing though? I've been trolling I've been trolling like shield pages. Like, Kevin, where you find the time to do that? Yeah, whatever. Man, I'll leave a comment and just watch how they just overreact. They're usually the ones that have the whataboutisms with Trump. It said more folks hired under Biden than more folks died from COVID than Biden. Raised the debt more in his 4 years a year, the president in 4 years. I don't know. But did he raise the debt for a reason? I think you're missing some stuff. Because look, I've gone back and I've watched a lot of what Trump said that people complain about. And it really was taken out of context. It was taken out of context. It basically by women. And it shows how matriarchal not only the black community is, but American society. Yeah, we a lot of that stuff was started by women, and these ultra neoliberals are some of the weirdest fucking people I've ever seen. Because see, what they're doing is they keep repeating. It's like if you actually just sit there and watch places like CNN and MSNBC, your brain is gonna fucking rot because that's all you see. What a monster, a sexist, all this other shit. And then when you go back and watch these speeches, like there's a lot of people say he wants to terminate the Constitution. And I found out Chris Christie started that. No one actually heard Trump say this. When that happened, I was like, I'm just okay, whatever. I'm like, I'm done with it. The U.S. has been in debt since Washington was president. I mean, so it ended up with Trump. Yo, Joe, there's good idiocracy on both sides. Yeah. Yo, Joe, I think false when Trump left out of office with $6 trillion debt, while Obama has left $8 trillion when he left. Oh, so Trump inherited the mess from Obama? Is that what you're saying, Detroit 313? He inherited the mess. BRICS is a joke. The only working economy is China, and they're suffering. What about Harris' comments? Because Harris, well, what I'm talking about is the initial conversations about any discrepancies in the Democratic Party or Kamala Harris. And people will say, what about Trump? It never fails. You must be for Trump. You're a Trump supporter. I got into an argument with somebody because of that. Because I said something about Biden. You must be for Trump immediately. And I was just like, look, dude, you too small for me. Don't make me. And I mean, I'm old, but there's you don't have a choice in this matter because he was getting that wildly disrespectful. I mean, I never told anybody about this, but I mean, it's like because I don't want to portray myself as some type of wannabe badass on the internet. You know, that never works. But I mean, kid, like he couldn't have been no more than 18, 19, and I'm just like, he wants to start up with me. I just kind of like, look, dude, that's why y'all be getting killed because you be jumping up like that. So you can calm your little ass down. Shit. It's cool, but when them do it, it's silly, illogical, and a fallacy. Let me tell you something, man. It's not like I've never seen whack jobs on the Republican side. You know how they cheer for whoever the candidate is, and you know those creepy looks on their faces. And a lot of people, well, a lot of them be like 75 years old. They look as scary as Dick Cheney sometimes, and it's just they spew that garbage. But the thing is, it's a way to straw man out of a conversation, explaining the discrepancies of a party that you always believed in the past. And my thing is with me, I question why I believed in that party. Okay, so political smoke for black men. I think I got away from that topic. Okay, yeah, they got smoke for black men. Let me start talking about it like that. Just like with the BET Black Men Summit, just like all of these celebrities coming out, even with like celebrity women, The View has been very, 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 very vitriolic toward black men. I mean, men in general, but especially this political season, after Barack Obama's, especially after Barack Obama's comments about, there's misogyny and sexism in the black community from the men because we don't want to vote for, Kamala Harris. Sometimes I have to catch myself. But the Sonny Hosen, let me see. Like, and the reason why I even know their names, like, it is because, just based on this political conversation, says, okay, we have she was speaking of talking about reaching voters. And she was like, we have to reach these ridiculous and crazy black men who voted for Donald Trump. And we have to reach the Cuban men as well. But the fact that you would call them ridiculous, crazy black men is just like, I mean, I already know what kind of show The View is. When you have Whoopi Goldberg on there jumping up and down, like Whoopi Goldberg is basically a Hollywood bedwench. You know what kind of environment that is. You know what kind of environment that is. So, I mean, yeah, but no one ever is in it. And then to point out to people to Yo Joe, that I just use that as an example because everybody says everything. Everybody's so crybaby-ish about what Trump says. I mean, Trump is saying the quiet thing out loud. That's basically what it is. And it does, even though it's a bit diminished, it does present some authenticity. All those white people you love so much in the Democratic Party are saying the same fucking thing. They're just not saying it out loud. They're saying it to each other. What about Trump? What about the Republicans? They're the racists. You niggas think it'll get all off into that shit. Shoot, Nina Turner shouted one, like she didn't shout one down. Shouting is yelling, and I mean, you're looking at, I think it was CNN, MSNBC, the pro-democratic leaning, one of them pro-democratic leaning news media that, a lot of staunch black Democrats love so much and see as credible. There was a white woman up there talking about abortion. Abortion is the number one issue in the Democratic presidential campaign right now. Abortion is the number one issue. They want to take away women's bodily autonomy. No one's trying to do that. No one. Literally, no one's trying to do that. That is not at stake. They're trying to ban abortion altogether. Oh my God. So there was a white woman, old scary faced white woman, looked like she should be a Republican. That's how scary her face was. Because the Democrats were always the good guys. So Nina Turner, whether you like her or not, says she makes this comment on national news because you're not supposed to say stuff like this. Nobody is. What is wrong? She basically said, what is wrong with Barack Obama? What is all of a sudden this going at black men stuff? Wait a minute. Hold on one second. See if I can find it. See if I find the clip. Shoot, that's what I should be doing. I should be finding these clips instead of just telling y'all about it. And I'm glad that Nina, and this is very much. Let's see. Let me go to TikTok. See if I can find it. Just 1 second. Hold up, let me find Nina Turner. Yeah, let me share the screen real quick. Share screen because it's funny. This clip popped up. Let's see. Hold on 1 second. All right. It was like the first clip that popped up. Okay. Let's see. I don't even think I'm following Candace on. I guess she's high up in that algorithm. But
I looked at her this morning. She had a little news conference. It lasted for like 2 minutes. She's exhausted. You know? She's exhausted. She's a train wreck who is totally unqualified to be the president of the United States of America.
Some of you would say that was racist because that's a black woman. No, I'm not talking about Candace Owens either. Let me see. See Nina Turner. Nina Turner. Black men. Can y'all hear this? Can y'all hear what just happened? The abortion argument is a joke. What up, RPM? What up? What's good? This Sunny Holson, aka Prune Face. She is an insufferable bitch, bro. It is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. That's why I don't watch shows like that. Because shows like that, if I watch enough of it, it's like I consider myself a really like kind of a calm and cool guy. But if I watch enough of a show like that, it'll kind of trigger me. But let me see. Nina Turner, black men. See if it pops up. And there it is.
Why are black men being lectured to? Why are black men being belittled in ways that no other voting group?
A tour of media to appeal to men.
They need to appeal to the needs of the voters. And so when I was a delegate for President Obama and
her, this one right here. Look how she's looking at Nina Turner. Like Nina Turner's supposed to be talking about something else.
both of his elections in Ohio. Right now, the vice president is down 11 points in Ohio, even though I fully expect President
look at
Trump
those. You supposed to be damn
Ohio,
talking.
he did twice.
You supposed to be talking
but to be down 11 points compared to President Biden, that is a problem. But this other issue I want to bring up is a problem too. Why are black men being lectured to? Why are black men being belittled in ways that no other voting group? Now, a lot of love for former President Obama, but for him to single out black men is wrong. And some of the black men that I have talked to have their reasons why they want to vote a different way. And even if some of us may not like that, we have to respect it. So unless President Barack Obama...
Look at that shit, bruh. Yo, Joe, these white Democrats ain't on your side, dude. They're not. They're not. Just like I don't really, I know you're probably gonna bring up with the white Republicans ain't on your side. She's mad because Nina Turner is not talking about what she wants her to talk about, which is abortion, 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 abortion. Boy, look at I'm gonna keep that out there for a while. Hey, yo, Joe, Obama unemployment rate for black has risen 9 to 10%, and he never And he did never offer them unemployment line. These are facts, no matter what state. Oh, okay, damn. It. Detroit 313, no, they aren't. They're parts of facts. Obama inherited the Great Recession. Inherited a vastly improving economy from Obama. That's one thing that it did admit that that's when people start to admit that the economy was better under Trump than it was under Biden. You won't even deny it. Yes, it was better. If he continued some good policies, that was a smart thing for him to do. What happened to the economy under Biden, though? That shit's horrible. That shit's horrible. And Democrats were ready to put Biden back in office. Hybrid catastrophic impact X83rd power. What's going on? How it goes. Yeah, to everybody who tunes in every time I'm on the air, I know I went on a little bit of a hiatus, but like I said, I'm not dead. so I mean, even a hiatus from making shorts. I mean, I just had to make sure everything turned out good for my little girl's birthday. So, that's one part of the year I really actually do care about, more so than a political party like everybody's wigging out. Hey, Howard, if you go down the TikTok rabbit hole of neoliberals for Kamala Harris, they are batshit fucking crazy. Like, seriously. But anyway, if niggas vote for Harris, then it's a wrap for Black Americans. I don't want to hear how immigrants are taking over Black neighborhoods because they are their replacements. Harris says she would not change a thing. She's on record. She said that. She also said she wasn't doing anything specific for Blacks, which, of course, Yojo just, I don't know why you vote, buddy. I mean, yeah, fine, use your right to vote, but you don't want anything before you vote. It does seem to me like you're just trying to keep the other guy out of office. And that's your right. But like I said, that all that bullshit everyone is talking about, it will continue under Kamala Harris. It will continue. She said, Biden said, like, everybody was like, well, she's the vice president. Biden said she was there in the decision-making process for every one of his decisions. So that would give light to that rumor that Kamala Harris is already running the country. And since she's already running the country, you've already seen what a presidency is going to look like. The best campaign strategy she could have used was to do one of the things or two of the things that she promised, since she's already the vice president. The vice president has more power than you think, guy. Everybody's like, oh, yeah, she's the vice president. What can she do? She can do any fucking thing she wants. You think Biden's brain is on straight? Yes, all of that stuff that people will complain about will continue. It'll go from 19 million immigrants to, I've heard different numbers. 6 million immigrants, 10 million immigrants, 19 million immigrants. And then they're all getting cash from the government. They're getting $6,000 a month. They're getting a place to stay. They're getting all that shit. Free room and board. Why work? $6,000 a month. You know how much money that actually is? You can sustain a lifestyle. $72,000 a year. Forgivable. Tax free. Man, come on. That's winning. All you gotta do is make it across the border. You win it. Shoot. But Black Americans should not complain. Because what's gonna happen is it's gonna be just like the last time. They're gonna approach Kamala Harris and she ain't gonna have shit to say to y'all niggas. And then all of these black men that y'all crying about, you're just not feeling that woman. There's sexism and misogyny. All those black men y'all are crying about, we can make one or two choices. We can do the big I told you so, because no one likes an I told you so. You can turn your noses up to them people and show them your back. My suggestion is the latter. But if you want to say, hey, everyone hates an I told you so, but hey, I told you so. If you want to do that, you can do that too. Because it will happen. She said she's not changing a thing. That's true. She's not changing anything Biden has done, even though everybody believes that Biden is a screw up. Then I'm gonna ask the question they asked on Transformers. One day we're gonna all ask ourselves, where were you the day the world ended? I was gonna say I was in Brooklyn, like some shit. I do not believe black neighborhoods suck. Why stay there if you can afford to move out? My black neighborhood doesn't suck. It's kind of quiet here. It is not even a gated community. Sorry. I mean, black, there are still some good black neighborhoods. I mean, I see what you mean. But you need to look at the demographic in these neighborhoods. See, my neighborhood, men dominate the households. So the lawns are mowed, people are working, people are keeping them to themselves. And nobody would dream of hanging out on a fucking street corner. Not in my neighborhood. Doesn't mean we don't have our flaws. I mean, I don't believe I've heard one gunshot go off in this neighborhood since I've stayed in it for like the past 7-8 years. So no, in the general sense, black neighborhoods do not suck. But, neighborhoods with a certain demographic that are black, they have a tendency to suck. So I will say this. Yes, you want to stay in a family black neighborhood, but you probably don't want to stay in a single mom black neighborhood. Because I've lived in both. And let me tell you something. Both times I was in a single mom environment, the last day I stayed there, or the last days I stayed there, I have witnessed a shooting. I have yet to witness a shooting here. Or any of the sensible places that I stay. So yeah, I'm just saying, you may not like, some of you may not like what I just said, but it's the truth. Why I have this image up here for those of you who have joined. This is what happens when a black woman doesn't agree with a liberal Democrat white woman. I don't want to hear about it if Kamala taking over and World War III start popping off. I'm just flagging channels down. You're flagging channels. Don't admit something like that. I like you, bro, but maybe you were being facetious. I'll say that. Coming down fake concerns about RPM. Did you see that discussing black men summit on B&T Simps? That was, bruh. I'm gonna say it. I said it before, and I'm gonna say it again. That was one of the biggest cuck fest I've ever seen in my life. I couldn't believe what I saw. And really, my theory, and this is just theory. My theory is all of those black male celebrities wagging the finger at black men, they've probably been to the Diddy party. And Kamala probably promised them, hey, I'll get rid of the evidence if you get me in office. I mean, because it's too many of them. Oh, I was gonna say something about the Avengers. Yeah, that was pretty cringy. But y'all know Mark Ruffalo is a cuck anyway. Like that's like I wish they recast the Hulk. The Hulk is one of my favorites. In fact, my favorite Marvel character. And they totally destroyed him in the MCU. And I truly believe Mark Ruffalo had a lot to do with it. I mean, we blame it on the insecure female showrunners that they keep hiring for these shows. But yeah, if you've seen some of the shit that Mark Ruffalo has said publicly, yeah, cuck. Male feminist. Just ask Dick Cheney. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. He had all kinds of power. They made a whole movie about Dick Cheney and the power he had as vice president. The vice president can make stuff happen. We can't continue to use this damn excuse. Man, the vice president don't have that much power. Bullshit. Bullshit. She was there Joe Biden admits she was there for every one of his decisions. And she's also admitted that she's not going to change a thing that Joe Biden has done. This is not my words. This is not me lying. This is stuff that I've actually seen. This is stuff that has been reported on the news and in interviews. They have said these things. Just like, but see, the thing is though, you rather believe somebody like Chris Christie saying what Trump said instead of actually seeing them said it. He wants to terminate the Constitution. Y'all ran with that one. Project 2025. Now I will say this: Trump a few years back did say that the Heritage Foundation was doing good work and they was working on a plan. But he's also in recent times said has disavowed Project 2025. Because that's the smoking gun talking point. He's actually, out of his mouth, said that he disavows Project 2025. Just like Kamala said out of her mouth that she wasn't going to do anything specific for black people, and also that she wouldn't change a thing that Joe Biden has done. Just like Joe Biden said that all of his major decisions, Vice President Harris has been there for every one of them. Just like when he said when he was going to pick a Supreme Court justice, that it had to be a black woman. And they picked somebody who didn't know what a woman was or could not answer that question for whatever reason. Which goes back to Barack Obama. You pick Ketanji Brown Jackson, and all of a sudden, y'all know what a woman is again when people have a problem with voting for Vice President Kamala Harris for president. So, yes, she has power, but for some reason, we still have this whole sexism, misogyny narrative going around and targeting black men instead of all of the white people that vote for Donald Trump. Now, I'm not with the whataboutisms for real, but that is a great point. Why is it no one's going after any other group of men about voting for Kamala Harris except for black men? Which black people have always been the strongest voting base. The men and the women now have always been the strongest voting base for the Democratic Party. It's not whites. Whites mostly vote Republican. But at the same time, maybe I'm not looking at the percentage of whites that vote Democrat. But black people, we overwhelmingly vote Democrat. So why the finger wagging at black men? Why the smoke for black men? Why? Why is this? Because we have a culture that hates black men. Boo-hoo, feel sorry for me. Everybody hates me. Now I'm being facetious right there. Or I can say I'm being sarcastic. But this is something that is some real shit. We're not liked. And why should you care about it? I believe that you shouldn't go around saying, why you don't like us? Why you treating us like this? I think you should embrace the asshole within yourself. And I know we've had people say that before too. One famously named that I will not mention. But yeah, embrace the asshole. You might as well be that. Show them what real misogyny is. And I'm not meaning threatening anybody and getting physical, because that's what people are going to try to go to. Because they'll make up anything to shut your ass up, black man. They'll do it. They will make up any lie that they can. But it's up to you on how you're going to resolve that problem. If you have to be a bit of an asshole, I recommend it. They don't deserve to better you anymore. See what happens when you do something overwhelmingly for the people? As a black man, see what happens? Barack Obama happens. Michelle Obama happens. Black men celebrities, I wish they shut the fuck up. They happen. They're sending people after you Because see, the underlying message is you are far more important than they make it out to be. Them niggas ain't shit. No. But guess what? They bitching and moaning about your vote. So you gotta have some value. But anyway, we go back to these comments. Kamala Harris has been using her control to make Biden do things. Biden did worse to the economy, so totally corrupted. He sent like $200 billion to proxy wars to trash ass UK president. Just ask this. Okay. Most illegals are not from the border, but overstay visas. How do they get in the damn country? You said most illegals are not from the border. What the hell? You mean from the south? They're not coming in from the south border, but they're coming in here. I get that, but you still got them pouring into this country. I'm not saying you shouldn't help people. What I'm saying is this. You open your arms like that, anybody should be able to say anything they want to, especially people who work hard and bust their backsides to make a living in this country, given the least of a chance to do so. So people have every right to complain about it. Don't like illegals in your neighborhood? Make more money and move to better neighborhoods. Okay. Okay, I think I said that in the right voice. Let me read it again. Don't like illegals in your neighborhood? Make more money and move to better neighborhoods. Because that's the voice I heard it in. When I read that comment right there. I mean, that comment reminded me of a Clint Eastwood meme. I'm talking about old Clint Eastwood. That's why Putin will easy dog walk Kamala Harris, because Putin endorsed her. Oh shit! If RBR Network was alive, and that's the thing, she got Liz Cheney campaigning for her, whose husband is who many say is a war criminal, and everybody's like, "Oh, Liz Cheney that came to her senses." I'm like, what? I say, y'all want to be on the white woman's side? It baffles me that people are going to vote for Kamala Harris after all the blatant lies. Dude, like, let me shift the focus to her VP choice, Tim Walz. Have you ever heard this man speak? Man, I'm like, shit, y'all, like, some of you may not like JD Vance, but Tim Walz makes JD Vance, likable. Man, this guy's an idiot. And he potentially might be our vice president in a couple days. Dude, I mean, I know y'all heard about, he put tampon dispensers, or was it? Yeah, tampon dispensers in boys' restrooms. Yeah, that's true. He also said he makes friends with school shooters. That's true. He made fun of Donald Trump giving a woman $100 bill to pay her groceries inside of the grocery store. Oh, here comes oh my God, he's taking up for Trump. I mean, like, I don't care who it is. You don't make fun of a person, doing a good deed. He was like, he pays women off. Oh yeah, that's another thing. If you're a woman that has been a victim and you were paid to shut up, shut up. I know that's a horrible thing to say, but hey, what is it? Justice or money? You chose money. So I don't feel sorry for Stormy Daniels. No, I don't. If that's more fake outrage. Oh my God, that poor white woman. Man, get the fuck out of here. If Kamala wins, I'm going to Capsule Court and Tyson Bowman to get me a spaceship for my relocation dynamic. You're going to have to get through Vegeta. Good luck. The more they bring puppets like Eminem. Oh, God. Now, all of a sudden, Eminem is okay. Everybody's like, oh, Eminem. Y'all call Eminem the GOAT. He white. Oh, y'all some cool sellout. Oh, my God. Eminem, J-Lo. J-Lo, the insufferable serial ex-wife. Well, ex-girlfriend. Beyonce, that's okay. Jay-Z, we all heard about them. Cardi B, yeah, she botched up a speech bad. Like we're welcoming an idiocracy. We are. How can a celebrity of any kind tell you how you should feel? You're telling the truth, Kev. I don't want to lie to you. Make it sound fly to you. Yeah. DL Hughley is an utter embarrassment. Yeah, he is. He is, because DL Hughley, actually, back in the mid 2010s, he was kind of getting a little red pill. But he totally flipped on that. I wish I could find the article. He said, like, he was talking about black women bad one time. But then he was like, then he started doing that. I apologize to my sister shit. And then he just turned complete simp. Like, he did a hard ass 180. And, I'm not saying that I'm on his side. Like I said, I was done with him in 2001. Estrogen levels. What are you talking about, man? Estrogen levels spiked. There was so much estrogen for men in that room during that summit, and then they had nobody presenting pushback. And if they would have found somebody presenting pushback, they'd have picked the dumbest motherfucker. Kind of like Jason Black did, got that retarded ass dude on the phone. Talk about, trying to say shit under the guise of the black manosphere. Nah, fuck that shit. I'm flagging that shit. You ever complain about them that voted for? Okay. I see the logic in what you're saying. Fuck that shit. It's like when your grandmother said, if you say something, you saying this now, but if you sit up there and regret it later, I'm going to smack you in the back of your head and say, told you so. So you're trying to talk about that as a way of smacking someone in the back of the head. They're sitting up there crying about, what like a year from now if Harris wins. Man, this economy sucks, man. Man, I pay $100 for oxtails. I'm gonna flag that video. I definitely believe that left-wing celebrities are getting paid big time to do that much stopping. Yeah, because Usher said that he was gonna stay out of the political climate, and then he turned around and endorsed Kamala Harris. This is a time in our history. And like most of them sound the same. It's like they give them some talking points and say, well, go out there and do it your Usher way. Stomping. Andre 420. Bad hombre link. Kev, Ed Norman. Yep. Like, I was mad at Ed Norman because they said that what he did was when he read the script for The Incredible Hulk, he made all these changes. They said he was acting like a diva. But he probably was just like, this script sucks. Let me rewrite this script. Same thing Mark Ruffalo should have did with She-Hulk, but that's too late. Water under the bridge. Hybrid DL Hughley need to shut his ass the fuck up and go hide in the hole. Or, and DL, like, he's actually talked about how horrible his mother treated his father. Like, for real. His father loved his mother, yet she treated him horribly. Yeah, so I was surprised that he would simp this much based on that fact alone. DL bitchly, DL fuckly, real misogyny, ignoring you. Who cares about being liked that week? Okay, let me pull this up real quick since you put the link in the chat. Hold on one second, and I'm gonna get to that super chat. I see you down there. I see you down there. Okay. Hold on one second. Okay, I got it pulled up. Get rid of that one. Share the screen once again. All right. So, U.S. unemployment rate by President Investopedia. All right. So, this is what an unemployment. Let's see. Unemployment effects. Okay. So, this unemployment rate by President Gerald Ford was horrible. Reagan, slightly less horrible. Obama, 7.4. Trump, 5%. So unemployment was higher under Obama than Trump. Biden, 4.1. So the unemployment rate was lower under Biden. But if this is correct, then that means that even Trump at 5%, Trump inherited a mess. So let me see. Average monthly unemployment rate for all months of each president's term. Okay. A president's contribution to the workforce is an important consideration for many voters and draws out a lot of attention, both during the election and throughout the president's time in office. While many external factors can affect unemployment and the economy overall, the president still plays a significant role in maintaining a strong workforce. Here's an average annual unemployment rate of U.S. presidents from Truman to Biden. Okay. So what we're looking for is Barack Obama. Barack Obama. Average unemployment rate 7.41%. The average annual unemployment rate under President Barack Obama was 7.41%. Obama took office in the midst of the Great Recession, and unemployment was continuing to rise, hitting at 10% in October 2009. Obama passed the $831 billion American Recovery and Reinvestment Act to end the recession, stimulate the economy, and help the job market recover. That wasn't the bailout, was it? No, that wasn't. Okay, because I know there was a bailout during COVID. So yeah, the unemployment rate went from 10% in 2009 to 4%. 4 points. Wait a minute. I don't know. That's a typo. Went from 10% in 2009 to 4.6%, and that had to be 2016 at the end of his two terms. Obama economic policies, known as Obamanomics, were controversial at the time, with its role ending the 2008 financial crisis still debated today. So Donald Trump, average unemployment rate 5.04%. The average annual unemployment rate under President Donald Trump was 5.04%. Unemployment remained low at the beginning of his term. However, when the economy went into a brief but severe recession at the end of COVID-19 pandemic in 2020, yeah, that is a point that is also being made, that the economy was strong under Trump, but what happened to fuck up everything was COVID. Let's see. Unemployment skyrocketed to a record high by 14.7% because of COVID. In April 2020, the highest monthly increase in the history of the BLS's data. The Trump administration declared a state of emergency and passed a $2 trillion CARES Act in an effort to provide relief to American families and businesses. While lockdowns continued and businesses struggled amid the COVID-19 pandemic, unemployment slowly came back down under 10% toward the end of President Trump's term. Joe Biden, average unemployment rate 4.11. The average annual unemployment rate under President Joe Biden is 4.11%. The economy recovered all the jobs lost during COVID-19 in just 29 months, the fastest recovery to pre-recession employment levels in over 40 years. Biden signed a $1.9 trillion economic stimulus package, the American Rescue Plan Act, to help people and businesses recover from COVID-19. While unemployment dropped, the inflation began to rise in 2022, leading the Fed to raise interest rates 11 times to combat soaring inflation. Still, the labor market has remained strong and unemployment dropped to levels not seen in 54 years in 2023. Throughout 2024, the rate has ticked up slightly. Okay. So, so if it's true, so Donald Trump provided a stimulus, and the American Rescue Plan fucked up the economy. That's what you're saying, because if he did it, we can do it too. I may not be completely accurate, you know. I may be wrong in the way I view things or anything like that, but this would kind of give validation to the economy being strong under Trump, and everything got messed up with COVID, because the pandemic, that people don't understand, is that's something that we had never been through before. So it was something that was pretty new, and that's why everything, fucked up, because we had very little knowledge. And at the beginning, nobody really wanted to go in. They wanted to maintain their lifestyle. They still wanted to go out and play basketball and intermingle with people in public, and COVID spread that way. And people already had all the information as to what to do during the pandemic. Stay y'all asses in, 6 feet, distance from each other. But everybody like to put that on Donald Trump, which, it is, like I said, it was a new thing. So all this bullshit about, Trump caused all these deaths in COVID. No, that accountability belongs to the American people and how they reacted to COVID when they first got the knowledge. Because when your president tried to warn you, when he said that thing, like, why don't y'all just inject yourselves with some bleach or something? Because, at the time, Trump was getting roasted left and right. And Trump is a narcissist. So he's going to say anything that he can in response. Not making excuses for him or anything. But, if there's a guy you truly didn't respect, then why should he give you good information? Listen to the sources that count. So I do remember that. People joked about the shit. People joked about being immune to COVID. Like, who remembers that? Black folks were acting like it was just a common cold. But, it probably was. It was just a really bad cold. But some people died from it, apparently. I mean, and I'm not bragging or saying this is a flex or anything like that. I know this is off topic, but I'm still unvaxxed to this day. That's the little funny argument. I mean, about the whole body autonomy argument. And I know we're talking about unemployment or anything. I think that you put that link there to prove a point to Yo Joe. But Chief Rocker, you never hear them advocating for ending Title 4-D, but they loud and proud about their reproductive rights. What about the reproductive rights of the other gender? Oh, they say you should have worn a condom, trap babies. Yeah, you know what they're trying to put, a talking point they're putting out there, that our reproductive rights are on the line too. And I'm like, how is that? How the fuck is that? So thank you for the super chat. Yeah. No, body autonomy is not at stake. If body autonomy was at stake, then that mean that they would make something like grape or SA legal or something like that. Yeah, but I mean, Obama inherited a mess. Okay, getting back to the point, Obama, yes, inherited a mess from Bush, and he did do a lot to try to rectify that problem. Trump continued a lot of Obama era policies, and he ran a strong economy till COVID happened, and it whacked up everything. Biden inherited a mess from COVID, and he whacked up things even more. I mean, yes, you have strong employment, but these people can barely pay their fucking bills with employment. I mean, what kind of jobs are these that skyrocket? You talking about remote jobs? Yeah, because remote work went up tremendously, but then that started to fizzle down. So let's see. So he Stop sharing the screen. I'm about to end this stream here in a little bit. No, it's late. I know some of y'all got to be to work tomorrow. I got to work tomorrow. Yeah, and yeah, back to Chief Rocker. If they truly wanted to dive into reproductive rights, you'll start talking about the rights of the man too. Period. That's just how it is. $50 endorsing Trump also. He decided to go back to endorsing Trump because, you know, that whole, remember that shit with Chelsea Handler? Chelsea Handler told 50 Cent that he was black and why would he endorse Trump, and then he turned around and said fuck Donald Trump. That's when I lost respect for 50 Cent. I'm like, you got all this energy for black men, but a white woman tells you something and you just like, oh shit, fuck Donald Trump. This white woman is coming after me. I mean, I don't know. She must have footage of him at the Diddy party. But if he endorsed Trump, then, you know, he went back and, you know, reneged that. Dana White, Hulk Hogan, and Elon Musk spoke at Trump's rally. In other words, masculine men, unlike Democrats. Fuck Hulk Hogan. We actually have proof that Hulk Hogan is racist. So, but I see what you mean. Dana White, Elon Musk. Yeah, everybody hates Elon Musk because he's a Republican. He was all good just a week ago. Someone must have made that I don't know, that other call to a lot of those entertainers and told them to get on board or else. Yeah, get on board or else we're gonna show them tapes. We're gonna show that video footage of you. Jennifer Garner endorsing. I don't give a damn. Cause see, here's the thing. She was like, you know, nothing sexier than a man that votes for Kamala Harris. It's like, okay, Jennifer Garner. It's like nobody's trying to fuck you. Hey, come on. Actually, Obama inherited the mess. Trump gave them opportunities. Yeah. Obama inherited the mess. Yeah, and that's what I said. Obama inherited a mess from Bush. And Trump continued to have a strong economy from some of the positive things that Obama did. So, Obamacare though, yeah, that they say that's a big sham. That still recorded Trump about 5.04% when he left office. It's true on that Trump part. I was there. All right, Hulk Hogan better stop saying brother with his racist self. Yeah, Hogan racist as fuck. I mean, you know, it's clearly defined. He was like, if my daughter's she's gonna hook up with a nigger, at least let her be an NBA player or something. Like, God. Was blatant with that shit. I asked a question in my Facebook group today. Let me see if I can find it and read it to you guys. See if I can find it and read it. Cause I got the same thing. Okay, here's what I said. Name one bad thing Donald Trump said about black people specifically. Better yet, name a law or policy that is in place by President Trump 2016 to 2020 that negatively affected black people. Maybe I'm missing something, so educate me. One of the first comments I see is Harris 2024. Victor Bailey, when he put those two black women out of his rally. Oh, I didn't mean to say this man's name in public. I'm sorry. But I mean, you know, you don't know who he is. So when he put those two black women out of his rally, he said, get them out of here before we do them like we used to. Now, what do you think that means coming from a white person? That's it. Shit, were they sitting there quiet and innocently? You mean besides black jobs, a place in ad said he wanted the Central Park Five assassinated? Again, black people thought the Central Park Five was guilty. Black jobs. Let me refer to Michaela Montgomery. He said we got black history, black businesses, you know, black people, but we draw the line at black jobs. Black girl magic. And then we have a black woman on here. I could name plenty that Joe Biden has done that have directly affected black people. And then here comes the Violent Crime Control and Law Enforcement Act of 1994. I was waiting for that. He wrote a bill that passed the Congress and signed into law by the president. Here we go. Alpha make behavior. They can't spell. CBS, whatever, nigga. He refused to allow us to live on his properties. That was his daddy. That's enough to assume that he's a racist. And let me say that I'm not a Biden fan either. And the fact that he would do absolutely nothing for us and his policies will not help none of us, no matter what color you are, given he give police to immunity. Read Agenda 47 on his website, and he's allowing the DOJ to go nuts with stop and frisk. They can pull black kids off the street just for being suspected of being in a gang. Well, I can keep going. That's not enough for you. So, yes, he would close the border and get the illegals out, but do your research. You think that he's just going to, I said, educate me, you jackass. So I'm going to leave a laugh react under that comment. I'm still waiting. Here goes Gerald, who used to come up here. I mean, he used to come to the panel. I don't know if any of y'all remember Gerald from back in the day. I'm still waiting on a legit answer. This election is a separation. It's going to show you. It's going to show you whom to stay away from for life. Trump and the White Hats are attempting to stop global child trafficking, and just wait till you see who is the head of this dragon. It's crazy. Okay. And then here's a bunch of memes and all this other bullshit. Yeah. Yeah, man, but you know. Did y'all agree with any of the comments that I just said? Or what? But it's been a couple hours. I'm about to sign off. So, all right. Thanks for attending the stream. You know, maybe I could get rid of some of these technical hiccups I had tonight because I had a presentation ready, but for some reason the slides wouldn't show up. So, yeah. Black men. It's up to us. It's not up to famous black men they sold out. It's not up to the Democratic Party because they never cared about you in the first place. But why do you need somebody to care for you? You know, that's not the point anymore. The point is, like, really, at the end of the day, is to open your eyes and see what the fuck is going on. And if you don't have any concept or clue as to what that is, then there's not really too much that I can do for you at this point or tell you at this point. It's a moot point, as a matter of fact. And the fact that there are black men that have given up hope is very telling, because at one point we all started out with a little bit of hope, but after this political season, I could say I'm pretty much a changed man as far as, you know. I mean, I already had a critical view of our people, but is super critical now. I mean, this is the decision that y'all want to make, and you're willing to, you know, you point the finger, wag the finger at black men, tell black men this is something that we better do, or else we're sexist and misogynist, you know. And I think that black men need to embrace the role of the asshole. I really do. You don't have to have me as your representative. You can make these kinds of decisions on your own. But if, you know, for any sensible black man, I'm just going to tell you to be cautious no matter who wins on Tuesday. And that's it. That's all. Long live the habitual line steppers. And I'm out. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow night. Maybe I won't. But just in case I don't, y'all have a good week. Have great, productive weeks. I hope a bag of money fall out of the sky and land right beside you. Because if it fall out of the sky and hit you in the head, you're going to die. But just, you know, if it lands right beside you and, you know, hey, great. But, you know, just in case that doesn't happen, just work hard and just be persistent, because you can only rely on you from now on, black man. So, until the next time, peace.